Well, summer is winding down and fall will be here in a matter of weeks, meaning it's almost time to get out and walk to end Alzheimer's. And a kickoff event is getting underway right now at SouthBound on South Boulevard. Emceeing the event is our very own Chief Meteorologist, Tara Lane. And I see you there, have all your partners in crime. Julian Sador, I mean, you've been up since like, what, 2 o'clock this morning doing the morning show, and now you're on the 4 o'clock show? You guys are just amazing, and you both unfortunately know all too well the impacts of Alzheimer's and what it can do to your families. But today's event is a time to celebrate kicking off a series of walks that will hopefully bring us closer to a cure. Guys?
I know, Alicia, it's something that we say often. It's wonderful to be here today, but it's like a group that you really don't want to be a part of because we have all been touched in some way by Alzheimer's, like Julian and I here today. Julian, I know. I mean, we hardly ever get to see each other on the morning show, on the evenings, but yes, here we are today and gathering for a great cause and about to kick off this new walk season once again.
Yeah, Terry, you kind of hit the nail on the head. It's a club that nobody wants to be a part of. But Alicia, as you said, it is a celebration because when we come together, when we do these walks, we raise money, and eventually we will find a cure, and that way people don't have to go through what Tara, myself, and so many other families have experienced with this terrible disease with Alzheimer's. So that's why this kickoff event is so important. That's why we need your help. And we're going to kick off another season. Tara, it's hard to believe walk season's already here.
No, just over a month from now, we've got the first walk coming up in Iredell County and Mooresville, the Charlotte Walk on Saturday, October 18th. You and I are both going to be there at Truist Field like it always is, and hopefully we'll have some great weather for that. We've gotten pretty lucky here lately, I feel like. But yes, rain or shine, everyone's going to be out there, and we'll be seeing everyone out there too.
And Tara, I believe we have one of our MVPs. Like, you guys don't understand, when the Alzheimer's Association pulls these things off, it is a giant work to get it all done, and I think you have somebody who is kind of like the unspoken MVP of this.
One of those people, the CEO of the Western Carolinas chapter of the Alzheimer's Association, Catherine Lambert. Catherine, so great to see you again. We were just saying how, you know, here we are again. It's hard to believe the summer has flown by and we're kicking off this new walk season.
I know, we're just a few weeks away, as you said, from that first walk, and you know, it's such an invigorating time where the community comes together to support one another and then also raise those critical funds that help us do the research, the education, and awareness.
And let's talk about some of that too, because you all just recently got back from a big conference, which you go to every year in Toronto, different places, but you just hear about some of that latest research and some of the new treatments that have been developed, and talk about maybe some of that news that you discovered, that you heard about.
Absolutely. So the Alzheimer's Association is the biggest convener of research, and so this brought researchers from over 130 countries together to talk about what they're doing. Everything from laboratory science to diagnostics to prevention and risk reduction to therapeutics as well. And so lots on the forefront. We have a couple of approved treatments today. More are going to report out later this year, but one of the biggest groundbreaking research report outs this year was U.S. Pointer, done just right down the road in Winston-Salem. It was the coordinating center for the study that looked at lifestyle interventions as a way to reduce risk and protect cognition. And the top line results were, it works. This prescription of diet, exercise, cognitive and social stimulation increased or decreased, I would say, the age of their brains in this study. The intervention that was the structured one, by 1 to 2, almost 2 years, their brain was younger than their colleagues in the other group. So exciting stuff to see where that goes from here.
Right, and I mean, the numbers are staggering. We talk about this every year, just how many people are expected to be impacted in some way by Alzheimer's, the caregiver numbers. There's just so much that goes into it. Of course, one way that so many people can help is by walking at one of the many walks across the region, or donating if you can't make it out to a walk. So let's talk just briefly about that. The first walk kicking off next month, right?
It is. Our very first walk in this area is in Iredell County in Mooresville, and that is on the last Saturday in September. We will be in Charlotte on October 18th, but we are in 17 walk communities across the state. Folks can go to alz.org/walk to find a walk near them.
alz.org, and you can go to our website as well, qcnews.com, for all of that information. Not only that, to donate or join a walk, but for so many resources that the Alzheimer's Association provides for anyone who may be going through a 24-hour helpline. I know that helped my family so much going through it a few years ago. So guys, we'll see you back here in the 5 o'clock show. More from the kickoff year celebration of this year's Alzheimer's Walks.
Yeah, Tara, I can see why Catherine Lambert is the MVP. That was an amazing interview. So much good information. appreciate your coverage. And tell Julian we said thanks. We'll see you next at 5.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.